Well, I should be running Trump's campaign for 2020. I'd call it Trump Mafia instead of Trump MAGA. Mafia being Make America Free and Independent Again. Got it? That's an acronym. Actually, that's what it's always meant. It's an acronym that is totally anti-communist and anti-government control. But I want to point out something else. You know, a lot of people complain about the government, but it's always where it goes on with the government. It's not the government itself. Sometimes it takes a life of its own. But what happens with the government is that the money powers or the elitists control that, and it's not necessarily, ideas and ideals that were hatched in the government itself that are bad policy. It's always something behind the scenes. In the case of other countries, it could be the communist oligarchy. In the case of the United States, it's the wealthy elite. Amongst the wealthy elite, obviously right now it can't be a person that's just going to be running for president and not be owned or beholden to somebody or completely owned by somebody. So right now, the best choice we actually had is Trump. He's got a couple imperfections, but he's like leagues better than everybody else. But I would call this Make America Free and Independent Again, which is all about business, just keeping the flow of what people want to buy and want to do and the kind of services they want just moving, and without the rules. Now, Rick Scott, Trump is kind of looking at him with closed arms. I could see why. Now, this guy here in New Jersey is Phil Murphy, who is destroying that state completely. It's going to go under completely. I can almost guarantee it during his administration. It's going to go flat broke. He's a wealthy guy too, but doesn't matter. Some people, I don't know where this guy comes from, if he's in La La Land or he's got a sinister plan on the inside. For the most part, I think Trump is legit, but there's a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of strings attached to him, and he can only do so much, because even if he's 100% freedom-loving, he's like Gulliver. On Gulliver's Island, they got him, the bigger guys got him actually tied down. Now, if you want to talk a real freedom fighter, here's this guy in a wheelchair. This guy, I did a video on him. Hopefully, I did a positive video on him, but I respect this guy greatly. I hope he lives another 100 years. I know they don't use that term, mafia, but if you use it in an acronym as such, Make America Free and Independent Again, it's a very honorable term. I guess a lot of people have never seen that before or heard that before, but I guess for the modern age, the term meant one thing at one time, but today, in the context of New Jersey and New York, it means Make America Free and Independent Again. Actually, the only beacon of hope and light in New Jersey, New York, is the people that are in Make America Free and Independent Again. So, and also down south, we also have our version, which is the rebels. You know what they were fighting against, which was the big money, the big taxation. I know that's been politically incorrect on YouTube and probably has been a major cause of my demonetization, but I'll tell you this, it's the absolute truth. They're talking about hate. Hate is when the money people say they're going to tax you so much that you basically become a slave to them. That's what was happening to the South. The South was taxed so heavily, it was on the verge of being taxed so much more heavily that they would have had nothing left for themselves to even survive. So they broke away and they tried to be independent. They didn't try to take over the United States and rebel. They tried to be independent. And, I think the forces of Make America Free and Independent Again and the Southern Confederates need to join up, because we got a common enemy. That's really what it is. And honestly, not everybody in big tech is anti-freedom, which is good. And honestly, I'm going to tell you, I know I don't know where Susan on YouTube really stands, but let me say this. And a good indication of where she really stands is look at how YouTube was years ago when it started out. And, it's only been in the last couple years, I think since 2017, that it's gotten so ridiculously restrictive. She did not hatch these, these plans to restrict YouTube. She's carrying out policy by, He who plays the, he who pays the piper, plays the tune. She's carrying out policies that she has to by the advertisers. But I guess she could be a little stronger in resisting, but she has been resisting. Still, you know, in a way, Susan is like this guy. Believe it or not, somewhat. And people don't realize that because they threw so much mud and dirt against the freedom-loving causes that people now associate this picture with something else that it should not be associated with. That's unfair. It's biased, and they don't want to believe it because they've been told certain things for the last so many decades that it's now ingrained in them. But just remember that for 2020, I actually picked up. First time I actually picked up Trump MAGA hat. It's on its way. It's being shipped right now. Make America Great Again. Or actually, I didn't get that. I got Trump 2020. Keep America Great. Because I don't see where we have not fell down yet. I mean, I think the debt situation is going to destroy America pretty soon, but we haven't hit that cusp yet. And actually, the debt situation is going to destroy a lot of countries, probably in Western Europe pretty soon. But we're not there yet. It's not like we need to make America great again. We need to keep America great and to go on to better things. So I got Keep America Great, Trump 2020, and camouflage, because I didn't want a red hat. I mean, I just didn't want a red hat. That's one reason I didn't want that MAGA hat. I want a camouflage one, so I got a camouflage one. So anyway, but I could have put Trump, Mafia, Make America Free and Independent Again. I think that would be a great freaking great ad campaign, because it's an honorable association. It's against these communist guys like Stalin and Lenin. It's against that stuff. It's for free America. Make America Free and Independent Again is not communist. It's about free trade. It's about independence and economic activity. Unlike Phil Murphy here, who I don't know what this guy is about. It's amazing. I can't believe this guy could be so wealthy, intelligent, yet so stupid. But I guess that's what happens when you live in a bubble and you become so wealthy, you become insulated from the real people. I think Trump, since he's been kind of a guy that's been involved in, the WWF and Apprentice TV show, he's more involved with people. It's like, so he's, he knows what he's got his finger on a pulse of the American heartbeat. So, and but anyway, Make America Free and Independent Again. This is a guy, you know what this is, right? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you guess. I did a video on it. I don't want to mention the name anymore. But famous and highly respected. I think he's 101 or 102 years old now. Possibly, maybe he can live to be well past 120 in good health. I know the people up in Nepal, a poor country, with the right diet and also the laetrile from the apricot seeds, they never get cancer, and a lot of them live over 120. Also, there's an island off of Italy where I forget there's a high percentage of people that live well over 100, or well over 100. Well, he's already over 100, but the high percentage of people are well over 100. He could probably live another 20 years or so. But, it's a matter of fighting for freedom, and, big tech hopefully is not all against us, because I could see the writing on the wall. I mean, I know, like on my YouTube videos, they probably didn't like my rebel stuff, but it's continuing because there's nothing wrong with it. It's actually the people that criticize the Confederate cause are bullying us. They really are. And that's exactly how it is. And I don't know if the people that judge these videos are, well, I know where they're coming from. They ship out, God, I shouldn't even go on this tangent, but they ship out the judging of videos to countries outside the United States where there's very low pay, to people who have got some rudimentary training, and you wonder why some go through and some don't go through. That's why, because big tech is always looking for the cheapest price on anything. But, you know, the way I look at it, the guys that made a lot of money off the YouTubers, if, you know, they're going to depend upon Bloomberg, Michael Bloomberg, and CNN or CBS, well, have fun, because I don't be watching YouTube anymore. As a matter of fact, I watch BitChute most of the time. But there's still a few good things on YouTube. And just keep faith that, you know, I'm continuing to put the videos up. But all these videos go up on BitChute too, including my cat videos, my kitty cat videos. They go up there on BitChute too. Hopefully BitChute will survive. I got no way I could pay BitChute because all the credit card companies cut them off. PayPal cut them off. And I can't upgrade my service to a better, you know, more playlists and more channels, because I can't pay them unless I get some kind of cryptocurrency, which I'm not going to get. And I asked them if I could write them a check, and they said no. I mean, they didn't reply to me, so basically I said no. So it's amazing. Anyway, I think the bottom is going to be falling out on everything by 2020. Either it's going to go one way or it's going to go the other way. In other words, the bottom's going to fall out for Trump and the Trump people, or the bottom's going to fall out for the communists and the left-leaning big tech and the politicians like Pelosi and Feinstein or whatever the hell it is. It's going to fall out for them, one way or the other. It's going to go one way or full tilt, one way or the other by next year. We shall find out. And there's a major divide in America, bigger probably, or at least as big as there was back in the late 1850s or 1860. And it's not exactly along, how should I say it, geographic boundaries, where it was like, you know, the agricultural industries were being taxed, and, you know, you got the northern industrial industries. It's really divided amongst, divided by more metropolitan versus rural, and also age, sex, divided by immigrant and legal or illegal, and people have been in America for many generations. There's a lot of divisions going on, so America's actually falling apart at the seams. So I would not expect something to happen like happened in 1861, but what I do expect to happen is economic chaos, a general freaking decay of the entire system. That's why I'm not too heavy on going with MAGA, Make America Great, because it concentrates on the economy. I just want America, make America free and independent again, where the government's weak. They don't have the money to even force laws, and people do what the hell they want, and they take responsibility for their own actions, and they produce their own wealth, and they protect their own selves. That's my take on it. So I would rather have Donald Trump say, make America constitutional again, but make America free and independent again is actually great, and actually goes along with the mafia word. So great acronym for that in this day and age. Some food for thought, but don't count on the divisions today are so widespread. There's nothing clear cut. I mean, I just think there's going to be a general falling apart of everything in the United States, and it's coming up quick. It's coming up quick. And the people that are actually in big tech, even if they got billions of dollars, they're going to find out. It ain't going to be it's not going to be such a sweet situation for them too. That's the way it happens, man. You know, you create a situation that you got to live in. Actually, people like me are probably going to have it far better than even people that have extreme wealth, because I get a lot of hands-on knowledge, and I have, you know, the food and the fuel and equipment and everything else that I need to survive. Like this guy here with the old what is that? I don't know if that is an Enfield or something. Musket, musket. Yeah, the old Rebel. Anyway, my hair is going to be that long pretty soon. By the way, I'm growing my hair. I call it 60s style, not 1960s, 1860s style. I'm going it longer because I'm a Confederate, and I'm also a half Italian. So I'm half Italian. I'm half Confederate. So, you know, make America free and independent again, and rebel against the authorities that don't have any right to freaking lord over us. Over now.